Edison Bridge is now officially open. This great million-dollar bridge, named after Thomas A. Edison, is the newest link in Florida's highway system and is 2 miles long.
This is Mr. Edison's 84th birthday, which finds him hale and hearty. He is now being interviewed by newspaper men on world events.
How does it feel to be 84 years old?
Well, it feels very fine to be 84 years of age. If you don't have anything the matter with you. Well, I have a little trouble now and then, but that's because I'm getting old. But I've got a lot of ginger yet.
What do you think of the Einstein theory, Mr. Edison?
I don't think anything of Einstein's theory because I can't understand it. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you 49 young men, representatives of the 48 states and the District of Columbia. That you have been selected to come here is due to your own merit and to the splendid cooperation given by the commissioners of the District of Columbia, the governors of the states, and the district and state boards of education. You young men represent a selection from the youth of America, a selection made by the exercise of the best judgment of many minds. You are here at my invitation for a final competition to determine which among you shall be awarded the Edison Scholarship. Those of us who will act as judges will be influenced by many considerations in making the final award. Time will prove our selections was a wise one, but this is up to the winner himself. It must be remembered that there is no test, no suitable yardstick, which can be positively determine the relative values of one human being as compared to another. Life and human relationship are too complex, too involved to permit of such determination. The race will be a close one. It would be a stupid race, however, if everybody won. The purpose of this scholarship contest is to stimulate the interest of youth in America in mental development with particular emphasis on scientific matters and more generally in the high ideals that make for the finest type of American manhood. I congratulate you, young men, in having been chosen in this nationwide contest. You are at the threshold of your careers. If you wish to make them noteworthy, keep your heads clear and your feet on the ground.
And I know that you consider, while you really appreciate these other gentlemen who've done so much for the welfare of mankind, I know that you're looking forward to the pleasure of hearing just a word of congratulations from Colonel Lindbergh. If you will arrange yourselves in line and approach the platform from this side, our right-hand side. This committee will do likewise here, and we would be very glad to have you members of the committee.
Loud voice in your senior.
Colonel, do you just come a little further up? How do you do?
Go ahead, then.
Shout your name. The loud voice.
Paul from Arizona, yes, sir. I'm 17. Burton Power, Kansas. William F. Dale, Kentucky. Maxwell Barnett, Louisiana.
Lawrence Burton for Maine.
Lyle Lutton, Laurel, Maryland. Frederick Island, Massachusetts.
Paul Power, Michigan. John Lowry, Minnesota.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Edison, let me, on behalf of the city of New York, congratulate you, and through you to bring a word of congratulation and felicitation to your distinguished father. Every American, at the very mention of his name, feels a thrill and a throb. It is not promoted by the name of any other American that I can think of, any other living American. You have, with thought to the future, for the preservation of the supremacy of America in industry and commerce, and in its great strides and efforts at novel and inventive additions that will make for convenience and comfort of our people and those of all the world. But these winners of the 48 states, the city of New York today, where you give us the privilege of congratulating Mr. Houston, every representative of every one of the 48 states who are here foregathered today as the champion of their home, their individual, and their respective states.
Move in close together, please.
You want me to shake hands again?
Closer, please.
Now, haven't you canned us enough?
Mr. Edison, there's possible chance you will have I'm very grateful to Mr. Edison and the officers of the Edison Company for their kindness to me and all the other contestants. Also grateful to the officers and officials of the city of New York for their kindness to us this afternoon.
Go ahead. Before starting experiments on the incandescent electric light system, many memorandums were drawn up as to the general system that would permit of the subdivision of the light into small units analogous to gas jets and with commercial economy superior to the prevailing gas system. The result was that if it was to be successful, all the units must be worked in multiple arcs. This necessitated the creation of a lamp of very high resistance to diminish the enormous investment in copper necessary if low resistance lamps were to be used. This necessitated a very fine hair-like filament of high resistance material. On October 21st, 1871, numerous experiments resulted in the production of a small unit lamp of comparatively enormous resistance. The filament being under conditions of great stability, after the result, I knew the problem approached commercial solution. While these lamp experiments continued, other parts of the general system was actively experimented upon. The dynamo, as then in vogue, was extremely inefficient, the loss approaching 50% due to the misunderstanding among electricians, which I never comprehended. However, these experiments produced a dynamo of which 90% of the energy was useful. Then meters for measuring the current used by thousands of customers. Also a host of accessories, like underground conduits and switches and sockets, etc., were necessary to make a complete system of distribution, all of which was accomplished. After the installation of the first station in New York, other improvements were added, such as the three-wire system, which reduced the copper conducting requirements more than 50%. After this, many central distribution stations were introduced. In those days, I had a high opinion of this system, but I did not realize the stupendous electrical industry of today. Naturally, I am gratified to feel that I have been privileged to play a part in this achievement. I am proud of the electrical industry, of its vision and courage and zeal and devotion to the public service, and I suspect every American feels the same way about it. It is a great reward to me and my colleagues and co-workers, many of them still living, that we have survived to see the full fruit of our labors. The record is wonderful, but fine as it is, it can be made still better, and I have a feeling that in your hands it will be. The filament of the first practical incandescent lamp which I invented was of carbonized cotton thread. In the search for a better filament, I carbonized everything likely. Carbonized paper horseshoe lamps were used in the first public demonstration of the electric lighting system in Menlo Park on December 31st, 1879. Experiments with bamboo filaments were so satisfactory that I sent men to the ends of the earth to collect specimens. The lamp, however, was only the first step in a complete system of electric lighting that I had set out to create. I had to develop dynamos of low internal resistance to generate electricity, to plan a central station to distribute it, so that each lamp was independent of all the others. I had to develop meters to measure switches, sockets, equipment of every sort to utilize it. Also a three-wire system which reduced the copper for distributing the current 50%. This is still in universal use. All these things were done in the face of ridicule and opposition. By reason of my experiments with the telephone, I knew the power of a diaphragm to take up sound vibrations. And while experimenting with automatic telegraphy, I felt sure I could record and reproduce the human voice. I designed my original tin-foil phonograph in cylinder form and gave it to my faithful John Crucy to make. He made fun of it. I was almost as surprised as he was when the first model reproduced Mary Had a Little Lamb, which I shouted into it. Later, I developed both cylinder and disc phonographs. Experiments with the latter took 3 years and cost $1 million. This is a replica of the first cylinder phonograph. In the late 80s, I invented the motion picture camera, a form of projector. Fire has destroyed early models. The recording camera is what made motion pictures a success. The reproducing machine at first was unsteady, but RMAT removed the flicker, and this became successful also. In our early experiments, photographs were arranged in spiral form on a cylinder about the size of the wax phonograph cylinder of that period. The first motion picture studio ever set up in the world was in the yard of my laboratory at West Orange. The building revolved to follow the sun. We dubbed it the Black Maria because it was covered with black paper inside and out. In those days, we filmed everything from a man's sneeze and shared battles of the Boer War. In the experiments I am now conducting with weeds and plants to solve the problem of rubber production in the United States for war emergency, I have found 1,200 plants that produce rubber. 40 of these will be cultivated on a large scale. I firmly believe that this machine age will favorably affect the lives of the workers. It is impossible, however, to forecast what electricity and invention will make of the world 100 years hence. We don't know 1% about anything. All theories, sooner or later, are abandoned for others. All right. The filament of the first practical incandescent lamp, which I invented, was a carbonized cotton thread. In the search for a better filament, I carbonized everything likely. Carbonized paper horseshoe lamps were used in the first public demonstration of the electric lighting system in Menlo Park on December 31st, 1879. Why, this is one of the first thread lamps. This is the first tin-foil phonograph. Any more? Any more? What do I say now?
Same thing.
Same thing. Wait a minute. I'll get that there. This is a replica of the first phonograph.
Since that time, you have made many other great discoveries and inventions. And during all these years, so proud of with hard and fruitful work, you have been the acknowledged leader in the unique electrical development which has been the marvel of our time. The grateful world has not forgotten its debt to you, and tonight, millions of people are eagerly waiting to listen to your voice. With your permission, I will ask you a few questions. Mr. Edison, are you working as hard as ever?
Yes.
Do you think, Mr. Edison, that hard work shortens life?
Never, if you like it.
What, Mr. Edison, do you consider your most important invention?
The incandescent electric light and power system.
Does the present incandescent lamp retain the essentials of the first lamp made?
Yes.
What do you consider the greatest factor in human progress, comfort, and happiness?
The introduction of electricity, power, telephone, etc. in our daily life.
Have the possibilities of electric invention and discovery been exhausted?
Oh, no. It appears endless.
Mr. Edison, you invented the phonograph in 1877 and the incandescent lamp in 1879. When you were a comparatively young man, you find that most great inventions are made by men in their earlier years?
Yes, because they have greater energy and will to work.
At what age is man's productivity at the highest?
Depends entirely on his health, ambition, and will to work.
Have any important inventions been made by women?
I cannot recall. Madame Curie was a great research woman.
Do you believe, Mr. Edison, that a young man's opportunities for success are greater today than ever before?
Yes, far greater. There is a great necessity of competent men to manage our increasingly large industries.
Do you think, Mr. Edison, that the tendency in America will be toward bigger and bigger business?
Competent men are so scarce that there are not enough to go around. Hence, large corporations are of advantage as they can afford the salary and thus obtain better management.
Will business ever get so big that it will be desirable to have it handled by the government?
Government management is fatal to success. The government should regulate, not manage private business in its relations to the public.
From your experience, Mr. Edison, what advice would you give to the youth of today?
Youth does not take advice.
You once told me, Mr. Edison, that you are a great believer in light eating, and that you believe if most people ate less, they would enjoy better health. You still believe
Yes,
this to be
my
true?
experience was that if people steadily would diminish their food one half, they would not lose weight and would have better health.
What period of your life do you look upon with greatest satisfaction?
After perfection of each convention, the satisfaction is great. Then I plunged into another one, with all its troubles, to wait another period of satisfaction.
Is life today a happier experience for the average man or woman than it has been in the past?
Yes, in USA,
Taking life as a whole, its successes and its disappointments, would you be glad to live it over again?
yes,
Mr. Edison, I am sure I express the feeling of your great audience tonight when I thank you most cordially for your kindness in answering these questions. And with all my heart, I wish you many years of continued useful happiness. And now, continue.
in the name of Mr. Edison and his associates, I wish to welcome you here to this first contest, which we think will be continued in the future.
Boys, I think you're well picked, and I'm sure you'll all win in the future. Good luck to all of you.
You thought that we had saved Colonel Lindbergh for the last, the best, but we have not. Mr. Edison, through your hero, has consented to say a few words to you, and I know that you're all looking forward to that. Mr. Edison.
It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you 49 young men, representatives of the 48 states and the District of Columbia. You are here at my invitation for the final competition to determine which among you shall be awarded the Edison Scholarship. It's to make them noteworthy. Keep your heads clear and your feet on the ground.
I wish to express my appreciation of the manner in which Mr. Edison and the officers of the Edison Company have provided for our every want, have made this occasion a never-to-be-forgotten one in the lives of all of us, and have shown us a most enjoyable time.
Very real pleasure to welcome you 49 young men from each state in the Union of the District of Columbia. But let me say this to all of you. Do not count too heavily on your mental attainments. They are necessary to success. But remember always there is no substitute for hard work.
Say one thing, that I am sure in my own mind there's no such thing, there's no chance. Thank you.
I think I've persuaded Mr. Henry Ford to say one or two words to you. Mr. Ford. Ladies and gentlemen, and Mr. President, Mr. Edison Ford.
Young men, I just want to say one thing. That I am sure in my own mind there's no such thing, there's no chance. Thank you.
It gives me very real pleasure to welcome you 49 young men from each state in the Union of the District of Columbia. I congratulate you all for having earned the right to compete to the final examination here. But let me say this to all of you. Do not count too heavily on your mental attainments. They are necessary to success. But remember always there is no substitute for hard work.